Here is my third game. I did not name this one. It's just called game. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Nah, not really. This game is my third game. Unlike the past two games, which were coded in Java, this game is coded in C++. So my second game, the Dungeon of Mystery 2, that game is with processing. This game is with SFML, which is kinda, sorta, does the same thing, not really similar though. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, so you got the game. And you see here, there's the timer, there's the enemy, there's you. You can run around. You can jump. There's inertia to your jumps. You can walk around. You jump, you can fall. Platforms work. You can pause it. You can get killed. And you can win. Yeah. This game is not like a very long game. I added the timer very late into like the making of this. I made it in a few days. By a few days, I mean only like a few hours each day, like 5, I guess. I don't know if that's an accurate number. Same thing for the other games. So like the first game, I worked a lot. First game took the longest for me to make because I had to come up with all the mechanics. But in the second game, I just carried those all over and just converted to like graphics. Carried a lot of the same code over. In this game, I had to rewrite this all from scratch in a new language. I don't know why I didn't talk for a few seconds. Anyway, the physics are okay. It's fluid enough. Cause it's like you use keyboard keys. You can press both directions at the same time, which just stops you. So when you try to change your you can't actually change your direction in midair. But you can slow down, let go and then press it. But for some reason you can't slow down and if you're not running. I'm not actually sure why that's happening. Anyway, so I've limited this to it runs the code once every it updates it runs through all the lines of code again every 60th of a second. This centisecond timer, I don't know why it stops at 98 for a brief moment, but it does. The centisecond timer converts the 60th of a second to hundredths of a second. But the actual seconds is based off of the frame timer, which is not really a frame timer, it just adds a number each frame, and then every 60 frames it adds a second. Yeah. So, the way these platforms work is that there's invisible boxes here. And it will re-update your ground position. So when you try to land, that's where it's going to put you. Jumping is based off of milliseconds, so and it accelerates, and then so it's 10 and then it's 5. I'm pointing at the screen even though you can't actually see my finger. Okay, I'm gonna stop. It's 10 for a moment, then it's 7.5 or something, then 5. And then it slows down, and then you go down. Now I will show the debug information, which is stuff that I use to help me code. Like it's just a bunch of stuff that had show up on screen. Yep. So there's like 120 lines dedicated to the icon in the of the window. You can't see that icon in the recording, but I had to convert an image file to a raw C string. I had to download GIMP for that, and I don't know why I can't just use an image file because everything else uses an image file. Like why? But anyway, so there's actually acceleration, deceleration when you press and let go of the run button. But when you just go, if you let go, you stop immediately. I didn't want that to be like that. I was gonna make it so like you decelerate it slowly, like oh you slow down like 0.5 every 50 milliseconds or something. But I couldn't get that to work out because you had to make it so like you're constantly moving, and that was not a very fun experience because he just went sliding around or stopped completely, or it was bad. So as you can see here, there's like you can see the invisible boxes in action. If you look at the ground level, I didn't mean to die there. So if you look at the ground level, you can see the invisible boxes that like change your ground level in action. But you also, so yeah, it's like this box sets it to 256, which is here. This box sets it to 320. This box sets it to 384, and this box sets it to 448, and it's all the same for the other side. I drew all these graphics myself. The ground here is actually just noise, like green colored noise. I was thinking it would look like grass. I don't know if it really looks like grass though. These platforms, originally they were just clean, smooth colored brown, but then I made like added a slight amount of noise to make it look a little rockier, kinda. I don't know. So anyway, so when you fall, like you'll notice, like after half a second, which is like your jump time, like go up and down. You might notice that the jumping turns to 0. But what's happening there is that you activate another thing. When jumping is false and you're above the ground level, start moving your character down 10 pixels per frame. That is your quote-unquote terminal velocity. That's also like the maximum speed, like your jump is. Like that's the very like when you start jumping is at 10, when you finish jumping it's at 10. But just in the opposite directions for that, obviously. And Yeah, that's how falling works. So it just keeps going you down until you hit the ground level. This timer here, it maxes out at 9:59.99. I don't know if I already said this. I kind of forgot if I said this or not. But I added that like near the end of when I was making this game to make it so that there's like there's actually like something to do. Like try to beat your best time. My best time is like 3:50 or something. I don't know. Anyway, actually everything is like what's the exact number? Everything is scaled up. Is doubled in size. So like 10 pixels actually like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting like squares, pixels. So um, so yeah, that is basically the whole game. I can remove the frame limiter, and the game like runs like super fast, and you jump super high because jumping is timed in milliseconds and not frames. But and actually it uses up like a ton of according to Task Manager, it does like 97% GPU, which is insane big number. Because that's to keep up. Because like the frames, I'm assuming it's because like it's updating like frame like a million times a second, or however much it actually does. I don't know what my computer can do, how much program this goes. But when I'm running the recording program, it doesn't go as fast as it does if it's off. It's about like 17% of the GPU. It's just, I don't know why it uses that much. It's crazy. So, yeah, I'm not going to show that though. OBS is a program that I use to record this if I didn't make that abundantly clear in the last two videos or this one or anything. I don't really know. Okay then, bye bye.